What a gorgeous day. Nothing but blue skies and sunshine today. Right now it is 74 degrees. Actually feels a lot warmer out. It's a great day. Light wind, sun's out. I just came in from out of the field. My part in the planting season, I believe, is over. There might be a little bit left to do. My dad and my uncle are out finishing up planting, and after that there's like gonna be 40 acres left over. It's just a place that's too wet to do right now. So we're gonna head on in here to the shop. Damn barn swallows. Get him, Mox. She says I would if I could jump. So gonna take another look at this today. Gonna take a look at the cruise control again. I have a feeling I know what's wrong with it. Several people have mentioned in the comments about the cruise control module, and I think that's probably what it is. Just guessing on that, but that was my idea, which I was gonna hold until this video, but so many people were making comments about it. I kind of let it be known that's what I was thinking too. I ran out of time the other day when I was working on it and just didn't open it up to take a look, but that's what I'm going to do today. This is what I'm talking about right back here, and I'm going to pull the cover off of this and see what it looks like inside. It may be froze up in there. If that's the case, that's probably what it is. A couple people mentioned an inline fuse, and I believe what they were talking about, the original fix that Ford had for this, if your original switch wasn't leaking, they would put a fused link in here. So I don't have that. That's not the problem. I'm going to pull the cover off of that and see what we're looking at. The cover of this is held on with some torque screws. However, you can't get to these back ones. So I'm going to remove this bracket with these two bolts up here. So I'm going to take those out, pull the whole thing off, take the cover off, and I'll see what we have. Well, I had this out of the truck, and I had this top off where the gears and then the motor sticks through with a shaft on it that has teeth on it that turn a gear, that turn another gear at a different ratio, and then there's another gear over here. Anyway, it didn't all turn by hand. I could turn it with needle nose pliers, and it didn't turn too hard with those. However, I couldn't turn it by hand. I don't know if you're supposed to or not. In the process of taking this off, every one of these little screws, well, that's the head of one, that mount this bracket on the bottom twisted off, so I ended up just welding that bracket back on. So I turned everything in there. I'm going to put it back on the truck, see if it works. If not, I'll have to figure out something from there. And it looks like my lens is really dirty. I hope this is turning out okay. Well, it's the next day. I have kind of given up on the cruise control for right now. Waiting to hear back on a couple of possible situations. Wonderful day in central Iowa today. It's going to be around 80 degrees today and nothing but sunshine. I need to mow the yard. Yesterday I started working on what's going to be an office down here. If you remember this from before, this used to be a gate, kind of a makeshift wall made out of this gate. I had some old tongue and groove cypress boards that used to be a silo pit years ago. I took them all down. It's been a while ago. And I cut some of them up to build this wall. I got this wall moved. It was right here. Now I just need to go around the top and fill all of this in and fix this and that, and probably have to do something over here. So a little bit of work left to do. I have an old door that's in the old shop, and it is going to be going from this stud here, and it'll go about right in this area, and then it will go up, I don't know how high it is up in here, somewhere up in here. One thing I did notice is inside the barn, you can see where this foundation wall is right here. And that's about an 8-inch drop off inside the barn, so may have to make a little step for that. So that is what I'm working on right now. I just went and got gas for the lawnmower. I need to mow the yard. I did get an alert that I have a package waiting for me at the P.O. box. I'm assuming it's another license plate or 2 or 3 for the license plate wall. So I'm going to get to mowing the yard, and then maybe I'll get back to work on this office. I'd like to get that done. A guy from the phone company came out a couple of days ago. They had to put a new board in the box on the side of the house for our fiber optics, cable, and internet. And I talked to him about running internet down here. He said it'd be real easy to do with a point A to point B wireless antenna system that they have. They can actually cross several miles with those. I know there are some around here that are up on top of the elevators, and they shoot them all over the countryside. He said this is a very short run and it would be no problem for that. Although it was going to cost about $500 for them to do it. They charge almost $100 an hour. I figure if I can get the equipment or similar equipment, I can do it myself. Well, it is yet another day, and I feel like I have drug this video out over several days. I don't even know. I feel like it's just a scattered mess. We'll see how it goes when I put it all together. Very warm out today. Must be in the middle 80s, I think, something like that. Been windy though. It's supposed to be windy tomorrow, and I see Moxie is chewing up some shop rags. But I have been working again back here in what is going to be an office. Got this door put in today. It's not all the way in. I got to get one of those, whatever the heck they're called, that you shut the door and it actually holds it shut. I think my wife's gonna bring me one home here after a while. There's a bit of a breeze blowing through here. That door probably isn't going to stay shut, but that's the door. It's an old door out of the house that's been sitting in the old shop for years and years. I need to frame something up in here and close that all off. Not to mention wash the door, possibly paint it, and there it goes. You can see a step here that I have to go up, but I do think this is going to not be too bad in here. Got to seal all this up. There's a lot of gaps in this old siding. This east side of this barn is not the greatest, but I'll get that sealed up. I have exterior plywood over there, and I may just board this all up. 2 sheets of exterior plywood will fill that up. I wanted to keep everything with this style of boards in here, but not really all that important. Little warm down here today. Right at 80 degrees. So I am going to continue to work on the office. I also believe I have figured out what is wrong with the cruise control on the truck. A friend of mine on OBS Revolution helped me out with that, and I was on the right track. Might be heading to the salvage yard real soon. So like I said just a minute ago, I feel like this video is just a scattered mess. We'll see how it turns out. I'll post it up no matter what, and go from there. Stretching a video out over several days doesn't work for me very well. So give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.